What's going on? I don't know. Today, this video is kind of a little bit different. Just laying down on my bed. I'm just just chilling. But yo, I don't know. I really I don't know. It's just like when it comes down to finding work, like I know there's a lot of people who like go on about the work system and all this other stuff, but like from my own personal experience, like I've been trying to find work for the last like year and a half. Like I only started like getting on YouTube recently, like to see how everything's going, but like I don't know, like it seems like everything is at a standstill in the work community. It's like I can't seem to find nothing. Like and I find it BS, and I really feel like there's an actual conspiracy that that the jobs are actively picking and choosing who they want and who they don't want coming in. I really, and that's why I feel like what's going on for the last year and a half. I feel like that's been going on for the last like I don't know. It just feels like it. I don't know. Like I'm just saying that now because Trump is about to get in office or whatever. He's about to flood the system or whatever he's about to do. But from my own experience, like everything, like work has been terrible. It's been absolutely like finding work, finding a job. It's been horrible. Like Indeed has, they have, I actually saw other TikTok videos, and basically um, they were saying how basically there's fake job postings, and the Zip recruiters are not really a reliable source, and it's all of that out there online, and then on top of that, you know you get a call. The only places that are hiring is driving jobs, and those will the only like jobs that will actually hire you if you have a driver's license or something. So yeah, that's that. And then you know it's also like it's crazy. Like I signed. Okay, so I was on Indeed, right? I applied for a school bus job, right? I applied for a school bus job, and this was like literally like today, right? Right. I applied for like 2 day yesterday, right? I get a call back, right? They're like, "Hey, are you interested in the job?" Right? And I'm like, "Yeah, but I only have my permit, right?" And they're like, "Oh, you need your driver's license, right?" And they said this, right? They said it had full training provided, right? It had full training provided everything. You could get your CDL and buses, and they'll provide training, right? You just need to have your license. Tell me how they accepted me for that job quick, and I did not have my license. I told them I didn't have my license. I only had my permit, and they said, "Come back, get your license." Right, right. So my thing is, how can I literally get accepted into that job quick, even though I did not have a license? I know I didn't have a license, and I know, like I only did it to see what would happen. I only did it to see what would happen. I'm not saying I'm not interested in the job. I mean, I would totally take the job if I had my license. Absolutely, I need it. But dang, that job can take me. But yet, a job where I like where I don't where I'm actually qualified in, because I have like OSHA's 10, 30, and 40. Right, I have literally like work warehouse qualifications. That's like where I'm supposed to be. Right, I can't get into those jobs for anything. Fake postings usually, they don't give you your orientation date. You know, they don't give you your orientation date. They don't seem to grasp a knowledge or a care in the world that there's really people who need jobs, and I just feel like there's just pandemonium and just chaos in the job market right now, and it just sucks because the job recruiters, it's not their fault, but then it's like they're working with this system, and it's like I feel like they can't openly tell us what's going on. They can't tell us what's going on exactly, or they're not trying to, and they're all trying to universally cover it up, or how it goes. But I don't know how anybody would really come to it. It's just like my whole experience with finding work is just crap. It's crap, and it's just like it sucks. I don't know how. I really don't know how like anybody could work in this job climate. It's just terrible. But again, like I'll tell you another example. Like I used to work at Burlington, right? Because I'm from Connecticut, right? I used to work at Burlington, right? I was there through a work agency, right? Right. I won't name it, but I was there through a work opportunity, right? Their work agency. I was in their system, right? Right. And then basically, I tried to sign up again this year, and they literally like dismissed my whole thing, saying I have bare minimum requirements to like even apply for the job. And I'm just like, bare minimum requirements. I'm just like, I worked there before. I was able to get in through an agency, I guess. But you know how it goes in the job market in Connecticut. I don't know how y'all know, but I'm not sure how jobs work. It's just really shitty. And on top of that, like like I said, I worked for them like 2022. I think, yeah, 2022 I worked for them. Was it 2022? No, I'm sorry, 2021. I worked for them in 2021, right? I worked for them then, and it was like for a short time. It was only for like a couple, like 2 months, I think, 8 weeks. Yeah, 2 months. Right. I worked there, and that was like the end of it was like I think it was like temp. It was basically like a temp work, but it was like through a work agency, right? I got through that, but they're saying I had bare minimum requirements or whatever, but I have the experience of working there at Burlington before. And I'm like, I should have no problem getting in since I'm already already worked there before. And they're saying I have bare minimum requirements. That's just crazy to me. And they're hiring freaking nationwide. That's just wild. How you're hiring nationwide, and then the person who actually worked there before can't even get back in. And on top of that, too, like another example is when I worked at UPS. I worked at UPS. That was my first job ever in 2018. November, right? I worked there, and a lot of things happened at that job, but basically like it was a whole entire like thing situation, that the UPS people, I'm not gonna say too much, but like basically they had to fix the situation, and when they fixed the situation, it led to a lot of people getting fired. It led to a lot of people getting laid off. I got laid off eventually, because eventually I found out through a coworker that event that they like to sit there and hire disabled people, because I'm disabled, I have autism, but they like to sit there and hire people with disabilities and then let them go, you know and that's UPS. And I was like, dang, that's crazy. And I was like, wow, that's nuts. Found through a coworker about that, but that was years ago. Doesn't matter now. I'm not even working there, but that's just my own personal experience of working. You know, I worked. I worked a lot. I worked in a lot of places, but another job experience I have. You know, like I worked at a factory. That went south. But it went south because I didn't take the job, and I really wish there's a part of me that I really wish I did take the job. There's still a part of me that wishes I took the job, but I guess it's my karma for not taking the last job. But I didn't take the job because it was just the energy. I don't know, like I it was just too much. It was just too much. Not saying like the job itself was too much. The job was great. It was just, let's just say it was just little things. But long story short, my job experiences are just very. I want to say like I'm just saying like as of right now, it's just super hard. Like the job the job market right now is just super frustrating, and it's hard and it sucks, and it's just like we really can't do anything until Trump get in office, I feel. Because watch when it starts turning around, I feel. It will all start turning around once Trump get in office, gets to the roots of what's going on in America, fixes all of it, and then we're all back to having jobs, I guess, because now they got to really pay us. Because, I'm not stupid. They screw over the American people a lot in jobs. Job markets, they do that a lot. And I'm not talking about the job agencies that try to help. No, I'm talking about the jobs, like the hiring managers themselves. They will sit there and, like, they will all collectively have this notion to hire who they want to hire versus who is actually required for the job. And that winds up messing them up. Like, I'm not saying like they can't do their job or they're incapable, but from other people who've worked who had jobs, they said, yeah, like the job market, like they get lazy, they suck, they start gatekeeping, and then it's just like, dang, no wonder why. I have another experience, like another job agency I went to, like they told me straight up that they had nothing for me, but like 2 weeks ago you were calling in like what, 30, 40 people in for new work, for new positions. And then I was like, oh wow. So that tells me that, if anyone believes that, the migrants are taking our jobs or whatever, there's, you can guys can, do that. But that's how, my job experience has went. It just has been very crappy, and I hope it all turns around in 2025. I hope that we can all just get our jobs or get money, or for the unemployed, those who are looking for work. It's just tough, and until we actually get this man Trump in office, I feel nothing's gonna turn around. And I'm not just saying that because I support Trump or anything. Not saying I have anything against him, the man, but long story short, it's just that we're screwed. We're screwed either other way. We're screwed either other way. Like either other way, like until Trump get in. It's not gonna be long, but I just hope things turn around. But that's my video. All right, y'all.